Yo, what's happening, bro? It's your boy JP. Hope you're well. New type of content today. I'm doing a live reaction. Yeah, so I've set this all up. Hopefully, it all works. I suppose if you're watching it now, it works very well. So we're watching a video by Austin Dunham. He's a fitness guy. He's big on calisthenics, general in terms of aesthetics training, and he's very big into red pill. I like his stuff. The guy is killing it. He's got like 270k followers, verified. And when it comes to red pill, it seems like he's maxed out everything. So it's just interesting to see how his life is and how women relate to him, because a lot of guys are, if anything like me, you're kind of aspiring to that kind of success. So it's interesting to see what happens on the other side. I've always wondered what it was like for footballers and musicians and sports stars, really what it's like when it comes to women, and it's just interesting to get a sneak peek. And his success is something that is achievable. I reckon we can all achieve. Obviously, he's got like 1 million followers on YouTube or 1 million subscribers, so okay, it's not that easy, but it's quite inspiring. So let's see how a real successful guy, how women interact with him on Bumble. So I'm gonna play, and yeah, let's see how this goes.
All right, so we just got done playing some ball. We was out here for like 1.5 hours, but now it's time to read the first Bumble message. And like I said, each one's gonna show a different example of how girls be sliding in to your messages in your inbox on Bumble. So the first one is a pickup line example. And let me read it out to you. She said, make your best argument of why your favorite drink is the best drink choice there is.
All right, so if you're not sure what Bumble is an app where women will, it's similar to Tinder. So you like a picture, if they like your picture as well, you'll match. But with Bumble, the woman has to message you first, which is interesting. So off the bat, the woman makes the first move, and compared to Tinder, generally whenever a woman makes the first move, you're kind of at an advantage. So yeah, we're gonna see a bunch of openers and see how he reacts, and we can see what they're saying.
Not gonna lie, that was probably one of the worst pickup lines I've ever gotten in Bumble, but shout out to you, I'm not gonna say your name, for trying. Then from there I said, where did you learn this pickup line? What? Like, I just called her out because I was about to answer it, and then I was like, yo, what is this? Like, make your best argument of your favorite drink is the best choice of drink there is, and why? Like, this sounds like a whole test I'm about to take. So after that, she was like, is this you refusing to answer it? And then she was like, would you rather me comment, something regarding my bio? We're gonna blur that out because I can't reveal that to you guys because I revealed it on Patreon. And then I was like, haha, well, it's true. And then from there, she was like, well, I wasn't questioning it. You're attractive and you know it, so you don't need me to tell you that, honey. So she came in with the pickup line. I challenged her a little bit, called me attractive or whatever. And then from there, I just didn't feel like replying. Guys, guys and girls do the same thing. You ever been talking with a girl and she just stops replying? No lie, I do the same stuff just because, I don't know, I just don't have the energy to reply after a while. But that was the first message. If you don't know what she's talking about in regards to my bio, check out the Patreon because I go deep in on my bio. But we gotta head back home. We still got things to do today.
All right, so you can see, this woman sends some dead opener, but it's just interesting. His frame is like, if you compare to how these hot chicks act, like 9s and 10s, this guy's got the same frame, which is mad. It just flips the script. Most guys online are struggling, like messaging, getting no replies. Like, this guy's frame is just different. Like, it's beautiful to see. Like, he just doesn't care, which is amazing. It's amazing. And you can even see on his Instagram, you probably don't even know who this guy is, but let me show you his Instagram. You can see the 270k followers, the pictures. He's, gym maxed, yeah? Gym maxing, he's maxed out. He's not the biggest in the world, but he's a big guy. He's got the abs showing, he's lean. And you can even see in the video, in the big jumper, he doesn't really look like he looks lean. Like, even look at this picture here, he just looks in good shape. But obviously take the pictures off, you put it online, it's a wrap. Like, you can tell, I've seen his his Tinder and Bumble profile, and he's all got pictures like this, similar pictures like this. I think this picture's on his Bumble as well, or it's definitely his Tinder. So you can see, obviously, like, you know, if you're a guy, you don't look anything like this. You know, there's guys like this that, you know, after they swipe left on you, they're swiping right on him. So you need to start looking like this, yeah. And then more women will be swiping right on you as well. So no bitching, just like, you know, put in the work. I mean, you can achieve this physique within 5 years, 100%. And obviously, the longer you train, the more chiseled, the more ripped you will look. Because this is definitely a natural physique, 100%. I don't want to hear no steroids. I don't want to hear nothing like that. You can achieve this 5 years. And, you know, it's a case of just being lean and just improving on that. I'm sure he might be, he's a young guy, so I'm not sure how long he's been training, but it can't be much longer than 7, 8 years, to be honest. All right, let's continue. I think he does talk a bit about a couple other bits. Okay, you know, straight into another one. All right.
One of the ones that I hate the most. So let's go ahead and read it. She said, "Hey, well, first things first, girls will send just a normal hey message to the guys that they like. You guys, because I go deep in on my bio, but we gotta head back home. We still got things to do today. Let's go." All right, guys, we all cleaned up now. I'm about to head to an appointment, but I'm gonna read you guys another Bumble message. And this is a Bumble message of one of the ones that I hate the most. So let's go ahead and read it. She said, "Hey, well, first things first, girls will send just a normal hey message to the guys that they like." And truth be told, super boring, right? If you're a dude, if you're sending hey to a girl, they're probably not gonna reply. But girls, they already know that the dude's gonna reply, especially if they look good. So they try to make the conversation, they try to get you to make the conversation, right? So, you know what? I said, "Hey, what's good?" back, trying to get her to make the conversation back. And she said, "I'm just chilling. How about you?" Now, off bat, you can already tell this type of girl is mad boring. I hate those conversations when it's like, "Hey, what you doing?" "Not much, chilling. You?" "Yeah, just chilling. About to eat." Like, it's so middle school. I hate these conversations. And then I was like, "Yo, you from Atlanta?" And then she said, "Yes, I am. Are you?" And I was like, "Yeah," and I went to school in Valdosta. So I'm actually not from Atlanta. I think at the time I was currently in Atlanta. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm from Atlanta," but I actually did go to school in Georgia. And then she said, "I go to FSU." So if we just go ahead and look at this girl's reply game, you'll notice that she doesn't send in like more than 3 to 4 words at a time. Super dry, super boring, super uninteresting. And then I was like, "Oh, Tally." And I was like, "Do you smoke at all?" I don't know why I asked that. Maybe because her picture, she had like a hookah or something in there. And she said, "Yes and yes." And then after that, I was like, bye and bye, because that's super dry. These conversations, they want you to put too much effort in. And girls don't realize that they miss out on a lot of chances whenever they message like this, including myself, right? So if you get a dry texture like this, one, it probably goes to show that she's not interested in you at all. She just wants your attention, and she's not going to be down to meet up with you anyway. So I will go ahead and cut my losses and not text back, and that's exactly what I did. All right, guys, look at my skin.
All right, interesting. Yeah, like that conversation was boring. That was even boring to watch, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I wouldn't go as far. I mean, I reckon you could have, you know, another man would have made more of that, if that makes sense. And that's interesting. Where you get, you know, obviously he's a guy with, you know, it seems like his abundance is next level. So he's not really bothered, not really trying, probably has so many chicks, you know, in the funnel that he probably doesn't even care. But another man would have converted that, you know, that's the thing. The difference between pickup and you know, when you have a real red pill mindset, you know, you feel like a woman's not really invested. It's just like, oh, forget it, moves on to the next one. But you got to realize that, you know, some of these pickup guys would probably convert that. And you just got to, you know, it's up to you. It's up to your boundaries, how much effort you want to put in. Obviously, if you're a high value guy, busy guy, then, you know, you probably don't want to entertain that. But if, you know, you're up in terms of racking the numbers and the lay count, you know, you might want to put a bit more work, because I think, you know, she was interested. Obviously, we don't know how far her location was, but you know, you just never know. She might have just been dead. But it seems like the way he goes on, yeah, is how a hot chick goes on. Like, oh, I want her to put the effort in. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with putting a bit of work in, and that's where, you know, I mean, I'm not a big fan of. I mean, game is helpful. Don't get me wrong, and that's where having that knowledge can help you to get those over the line, because that could be an easy lay potentially. All right, let's get back to it.
Yeah.
Okay, and where's the messages? He actually makes a good point early in the video, actually. I might actually rewind to it, where he talks about, well, I can explain it. He talks about, you know, women have no respect for your time and they'll arrive an hour late. And it was interesting hearing that from him, actually. In fact, let me rewind this and see if I can find it. He's talking in the car.
All good, bro. Nah, I'm joking, bro. Most popular one. And I'm just gonna, you know, show you guys you're gonna be late. I called in advance because I knew I was gonna. So we're still on the way there, but as I was eating my food, I just realized what I did, right? You guys notice we had something planned. I called in advance because I knew I was gonna be late. And, you know, out of respect for other people's time. One thing you'll learn with dealing with girls too, guys, is that they do not respect your time at all. And I know that because usually when girls are late for dates, unless you're super interested, they never call in advance to let you know. Sometimes they wouldn't even text. They'll just show up to the date all late as if nothing happened. Like hour late, 40 minutes late. Don't forget to check them on that too. But even if you guys are late, always out of respect for other people's time, just let them know you're gonna be late.
Fascinating. So, regardless of the blue verified tick and 250,000 followers and 1 million subscribers on YouTube and the abs and looking all gym max, looks maxed and everything, you're still gonna get bullshit. You know, if you're dealing with that, it's normal. So yeah, refreshing. I feel better about that because, I mean, generally I don't really get lateness like that. Generally, I've given up on dates. I'm done with dating. Obviously, we are in a pandemic anyway. Most places are closed. I guess where he lives in America, things are still open. But you know, if a woman's coming straight to your crib, if she's late, then you're just at home anyway. That's the beautiful thing about the crib. Come straight to the crib. It's beautiful because, yeah, you know, if she's late, you're just chilling. You've got more time to do work, be on your purpose. Fantastic. All right, let's see where I was. I think I was at 7 minutes 40. Okay, let's see what he's saying. Okay.
Known as fractional laser, and that is to help with acne scars. So if you notice on my side of my face, I have pretty deep acne scars because I had really bad acne as a teen. This side's not as bad as the other side, but it's mostly on my cheek area. So I had some micro needling treatments, but this one is something new that I'm trying and that was recommended to me.
Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but it's interesting. He's big on looks maxing. Yeah, another kind of guy would be like, looks don't matter, acne's fine, like the scars, you know, you'll be authentic, women will like you more, like BS, like fix it. I mean, even me, like I've got blemishes on my skin, and yeah, I've stopped having dairy just to have that clear model skin, hopefully. Because yeah, you need to, you know, get as much as you know, do as much as you can. Even my beard's a bit patchy. I'm using castor oil. I'm using all of that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's important, it's important. Make sure these women are in line. Gotta look your best. Okay, let's find some more Bumble.
This next message is a opener that you will get a lot, especially if the girl finds you attractive. It's always, hi handsome. If it's not hey, if it's not hey what's up, it's hi handsome, trust me. And so this girl said, hi handsome, how are you? I said, good, what about you? And then from there she said, so are all of your pictures professionally done? I am good, Austin, how was your day? And I was
That is funny. I've had this before as well. It's mad. So yeah, a lot of my pictures are professionally done, like fitness shots, similar to the ones I showed you earlier. And yeah, like I had a chick and she asked me to send her normal pictures. So obviously I obliged. The thing about these professional pictures, you know, like obviously the lighting's on point, the camera's on point, you're flexing, you're tensing. A lot of these guys get a little bit of Photoshop done as well, make them look a little bit more full, make their face look a bit more clear. So yeah, I think your dating profile, you want to have a couple normal ones, like someone just took off their phone just so they can see. Because too many professional, you're setting yourself up to look like a catfish potentially. I mean, this guy's clearly not a catfish, but you just got to think about what the woman's thinking. Even if you're looking at a girl's profile, if they're all professional, you're gonna wonder what the reality of the situation is. It's like if all the pictures have got filters, like that doggy filter, or like there's a weird one you got cute all over their face. You gotta be scratching your head and really scrutinize, because online, like I put a post on my Facebook group, Gym Maxing community, get involved if you can, and I was like, a woman looks as good as her worst photo. So if she's got 4 banging pictures and 1 off one, then she probably looks like the off one. Don't get me wrong, I've been pleasantly surprised before, but a lot of times they look way worse. Like the pictures are old, they put on tons of weight, and it's just horrific. Like literally, I've had those times where it's just like, I've been with her, maybe she's like quickly going to the toilet, or maybe she's just doing something, I'm quickly checking her profile, I'm like, what did I swipe on? I'm looking at her and I'm looking at my phone and I'm just like, oh, that's why I swiped on her, but like, what the fuck? But obviously I travelled that way, might as well get a nut, got the nut and never spoke to them again. So anyway, I digress.
And I was like, you gotta stand out somehow. You need some. So guys, what I tell you, I always get comments about how professional my pictures look, and I'm telling you, there has to be some sort of clear difference between my pictures and everybody else on there, because the amount of times that girls comment on how good my pictures are in regards to the quality and all that stuff, it's just insane. So remember, I did a video showing the behind the scenes of how I actually take those, so definitely go watch that on the channel. She was like, oh, trust, you don't need a professional pic to stand out. Have you seen your face? Okay, we got a little bit of a black pill action here. He's saying regardless if my pictures were professional or not, I wouldn't need it because my face is attractive to her, I guess.
Obviously, black pill is, I don't even call it black pill, it's reality. It's the reality of life. Come on, wake up, guys. Stop being delusional. Good looking guy, pause. And that's why they like him, as well as the good looking physique.
And I was like, should I use this instead? I don't know why I said this, guys. I sent a literal ugly selfie of me. I think like I really didn't care if this girl was attracted to me or not. I wasn't even trying to meet up with her or anything. Just those girls you kind of use for attention too. Bro, I'm telling you, I swear, sometimes I act like a female in the sense of the stuff I'm talking about. Like sometimes I just be talking to girls and I'm not even interested in them. For example, right here, like,
I don't agree with this. You're just wasting time, bro. Time's too short to be wasting time talking to chicks you don't want to talk to, unless you did it for content, which is, then I salute you for that, because on your purpose, making money. I mean, imagine that. He is filming himself, messaging chicks, but this is content to make money from. Like, it's an absolute win-win versus you guys flipping cold approaching on the street, like wasting hours of your day. You could be making money and doing this, but you're cold approaching strangers who don't even want to speak to you.
If a girl I'm interested in, I would not have sent that. So I was like, should I use this instead? And she was like, absolutely, Goku. See, she liked it though. That's how you know a girl's into you. When you acting all weird and purposely unattractive and the girl is still into that.
He wasn't acting unattractive. That definitely wasn't one take. That was about 5-10 takes. You can tell. Look at the pout. Like, that wasn't one take. He's lying. He's lying. Stop lying, bro.
That's how you know she's feeling you. And I was like, speaking of pics, you need more. Because I think she only had like 1 or 2 or whatever. She was like, LOL, yes I do. I have been working on it. You have any tips for me, GQ? And looks like our conversation was ended there because I didn't reply back. But, that was a good conversation.
I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on here. He's doing it for content. That's my only explanation. He's doing it for the content. He's doing it for the views. He literally, I don't know. I can't even see if the women are hot or not. But it's too small. But he's not wasting time because it's content. Let's put it that way. But a lot of you guys moan about, oh, guys barely even get a response back on online. And like, come on, guys. It's easy. Gym maxing plus looks maxing plus quality photos equals success online. Now, I haven't said that on my YouTube channel, but here you go. That's it. That's it. So no bitching, like online works, yeah?
That definitely could have led somewhere, even though I was cringy, not trying to be attractive at all. That goes to show that if a girl's into you, you can pretty much say anything, do anything. As long as you're not a complete idiot, she's gonna be feeling you in some type of way.
No game needed. No game needed. Fuck's sake, man. No game needed. Good looking guy, great pictures, gym maxed. Say whatever you want. Come on. It's almost laughable. I'm telling you, the stuff I see online, looks don't matter. Oh, it's about what's inside. It's about the personality. It's about game. It's about what to say.
So guys, the secret with dating apps, and I discussed this before, is that you want to get girls to message you first. Another reason, like I said, why I love Bumble is because girls are forced to message you first. Now think about it. A whole business model, at least, has discovered this and put it to use. That goes to show that whatever other dating app that you're using, let's say Tinder, Hinge, POF, BLK, whatever.
POF is dead.
There's so many out there now. You always want to get the girl to message you first, because
Plenty of Fish is just is the hell version of online dating, like just all of dating. Like let's say, you know, you've got all these dating options, you know, you can meet someone for a friend or at church or in a club or on the street or at work. Like POF is hell, honestly. It is. I've actually got an account. I haven't opened it up in ages. It is horrific. Like the worst of the worst of the worst of the dregs of society congregate on Plenty of Fish. Like life is rough if you have to rely on that. I'm telling you, rough.
Otherwise, you're just playing more or less a numbers game. And I discovered this because I went back to see, you know, the girls I actually met up with. It was always one trend, and that trend was always that they messaged me first. So if you're not using Bumble, it's not even sponsored by Bumble Video, then I would highly suggest you try it. Now keep in mind, since they do have the message first, you get more of a drop-off rate with Bumble because, you know, they have to message first, but it's still way better than Tinder in my opinion.
Oh, disagree. For me, Tinder's way better. Hinge, Tinder are the best. Bumble, I barely use, like, I'm not really a big fan of Bumble. Maybe in London it's different. And also I disagree with, you know, most of the people you meet up to, they message you first. For me, I need to do the maths or check the figures, but I think it's probably about 50-50. Not something I really think about. Literally, I'll match. If it's Tinder, match, send a message. Hinge, match, send a message. Like, it's not really something I've observed personally.
Now let's read one more message for you guys. This one is pretty hilarious, right? So this specific girl said, second time's a charm. Now the reason why she said second time's a charm is because we have matched before. I think it was on Bumble, like or Tinder, one of the, I don't know, like a few months prior. We were talking and then I stopped messaging, right? I just stopped messaging her. I don't know why I stopped messaging her. I just stopped. We just went ghost. And so she was bold enough to match with me again. And keep in mind, this is a cute girl. And she was like, second time's a charm. And I was like, persistence eventually gets rewarded. I had to let her know, like, you know, since you've been persistent, I'm actually going to let you have a chance to bring me into your life. Now, yes, that sounds cocky as hell and arrogant, but it's the truth, guys. Girls add value to their life, and they should realize that it is a privilege for them to be a part of your life. And that's what I was trying to do here by saying, you know, your persistence really get awarded, because also, I actually like persistent girls. Let's be real. Girls who are pursuing you and they're attractive and you're into them and they're not giving flaky behavior, they actually like you, that's a turn on for us dudes. Like, that shows that a girl likes you, and us dudes like that. So after that, she said, how is grabbing drinks as a reward? Boy, when I read this message, I was like, oh my God, like, this girl's putting some energy, some effort I love that. I love that energy that she came with this. So shout out to you. You're probably not watching this, but shout out to you. She said, how's grabbing drinks a reward? And I was like, text me one more time. I promise to text back this time. Because yeah, we were actually texting on our phone and I just didn't text back. But I was like, yo, I promise to text back this time. We actually did end up meeting, having a good time, talked, very much business, numbers, accounting, finance, all that stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was a taste of my Bumble messages and what girls actually say, at least when they're into you, right? So y'all keep progressing out there. Subscribe if you're new. I want to see you guys in the next video.
God, did he beat or did he not beat? Like, accounting the numbers, maybe that's code for beating. I hope he did, and if he didn't, why didn't he just say so? Maybe he's worried about losing sponsors or something, but he's got his own sponsors. I don't know. I hope he finished the job because, closing is for champions. Like, forget all this, like, oh, people are messaging me, like Gym Max or Look Max. If you're not closing, then what's the point? So, if there's any way that he sees this, I would like that clarification. Please, sir, did you close the deal? But even so, he puts a good point, like, flip the script, like, stop bitching, moaning, women aren't messaging you back. Like, I mean, me personally, I will keep going to the end unless, maybe I think twice and the woman's not that nice, or I can't be bothered, or maybe she's acting a bit flaky or aloofish, then I'll probably, stop messaging back as well. But, my attitude is a little bit more, maybe put a little bit more work in, for the fact of you even matching and reading a message or whatever, you are putting in an investment. And especially if you took it to the phone, you might as well book the date and close the deal, potentially. But I don't message everyone back. I do message most back, but not everyone. But yeah, very interesting insight to what it's like on the other side. So once, after a couple of years of training, this should be motivation for you guys. It should be a motivation for you, like when you put the work in, if you're having frustration with your dating or online, like you can tell this guy is not really into game. Like, look at the messages. Like, dating coaches will probably be cringing about this, but it doesn't really matter because he doesn't need to. You don't need to. Like, guys who are good looking like this, who have confidence, don't need game. Like, it just doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right, well, I think that concludes today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Join my free group, Gym Maxing Community, on Facebook. All kinds of great stuff happening there. Excellent conversation, regular tips. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.